Alright, what's up everybody? We should be live. We got a nice day of NASCAR. It's been a long break, but we got, two races at Watkins Glen, a really good track, so, a lot to be excited about. Kind of wish there was a race last night. Well, I guess I watched a little bit of the ARCA race, but, that's ARCA, who cares? So, yeah, let's get into everything. I'm just going to go through the drivers, what they all need to do to pay off their salaries, same thing as always, and then answer questions. So be sure to ask any questions you have in the chat, as always. So we'll start out with the truck series. So, alright, so strategy for road courses remains the same, especially for these two series. You're going to focus a lot on place differential. There's some drivers that need to lead laps. And for the truck race, I'm not interested in playing any of those guys. And for the Xfinity Series, there's only two of them I'm interested in playing. You guys can probably already figure that out. But for the truck series, we're just going to focus on place differential. So they started out pricing, Mayer, Menard, and Kligerman as the three highest priced drivers. I think maybe AJ should be higher than them. But, so I think Menard's probably my favorite here. We saw him run really well at COTA. All of three of them need a top 15 to pay off their salary. I think all three of them do. I just think Paul Menard probably has the best ceiling. We've seen Sam Mayer struggle at road courses, although he did run well at COTA in a truck race. I think he got a top 10. He finished 6th. But that was like the only road course race he's really seen him do good in any series. We saw, if you watched the ARCA race yesterday, he just blew I always forget what the name of that weird turn is, and just spun out. We've seen him struggle at Road America and Xfinity Series, so it does worry me a little bit, but, I'm still playing him. I think he'd probably be my third favorite guy out of these three. Menard would definitely be my favorite, then Kligerman, then Mayer, but, all three of them are really, really close. So don't overthink that. Play those guys. What's up, Adam? Yeah, Foot's doing okay, but whatever. Gotta just deal with it. Move on. It's not the end of the world. AJ Allmendinger starts 25th. He's the heavy favorite in this race. He needs a top 9. I don't see why he doesn't do that. I know I posted on Twitter earlier that I don't think he's going to win. I just don't think he's going to win because he's just getting so much hype around him. And it's not Kyle Busch. AJ's really good, but he's not Kyle Busch. He hasn't raced in a truck since 2008. And, it's still, regardless of a talented driver, still a little bit different. So, but still, love AJ Allmendinger. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Play AJ Allmendinger. I have a ton of him today. I have a ton of these top 6 drivers, in all honesty. They're like my 6 highest owned drivers today. And spreading out value down low. But, I really like AJ Allmendinger. Going to play a lot of him today. He'll probably be the highest owned driver on the slate. Not surprising. So, moving on to Kaz Grala, starting 23rd at $10,000. Kaz is going to need a top 8 to pay off that salary. We saw him run really well at COTA in this same O2 truck for Young's Motorsports. He led the most laps, finished in the top 5, so really like Kaz Grala. I bet on him. He's my only bet in this race to win. Today I made a bet on Kaz, but that's about it. So I think he should run really well, should pay off that salary. Definitely contend for a win here. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Kaz Grala runs away with it. Yeah, Cam, of course, bro. That's what we're going for. Sheldon Creed, 19th, 9,800. He needs a top 7 to pay out the salary. I really like that too. All these top guys, they all priced them up because they're where to start, but they're all good plays. Sheldon Creed could definitely win this race. I've seen him win road courses before. I don't think he's as high of a favorite as AJ, but he's still up there. I think he has the third best odds. I think it's AJ and Nemechek than him. So definitely really like Sheldon Creed. He's definitely someone I want to get to. Next one was Grant Enfinger. He starts 30th. He's in the 9 truck today. He's not in the 98, so that caps his ceiling a little bit, but still only needs top 12. We've seen him run top 12 in that truck all year. He's always been a decent road course driver. He'd probably be, out of these top guys, or top 7 guys, probably my least favorite, but, I still want to play Grant Enfinger. I don't have a problem getting there. So, really, you can't really go wrong. You can fit 2, maybe 3 of these guys in all your lineups. So, I think AJ's probably, he's going to be the most owned one. If you want to go be a little bit different, I think Kaz, Creed, and Enfinger would be getting a little bit different, but still, they're all of them are really good plays. Moving on to the guys starting up front, I'm really just not going to be interested in any of them. John Hunter Nemechek needs to lead laps. Just such a race with only 58 laps or something like that. It's just not a long race, so there's really not much potential for him to get a ton of laps led points. Same with Todd Gilliland. Same with Ben Rhodes. So those three, I mean, I'm just really not going to be too interested in them. I think they'll run well. They probably will lead some laps each, but like it's not going to be enough to really offset some of these huge place differential plays up here. So I'm just not going to be too interested. Corey Heim is going to get a ton of ownership now after yesterday when he won the ARCA race. He needs a top 7. I mean, it's his first truck race on a road course, so I just don't think that he does enough here. I mean, he could. I wouldn't be that surprised, but still, I think if I would have been interested today if he didn't win yesterday. Honestly, I mean, I just know he's going to be so highly owned now. People are just going to go to him just because now they know the name, and they saw him win yesterday. And I mean, maybe he does run really well. He isn't a 51 truck for Kyle Busch Motorsports, but still, I just don't think. I mean, he just if you want to play like 2 or 3 of these guys up here, he just doesn't really fit in lineups as much. So with his salary, so I mean, I just don't really want to go Corey Heim. It's 71 laps. Okay, yeah, still it's just not a lot. Yeah, so this one's 71. I think next one. I was looking at them yesterday. None of them except for the Cup race are enough laps for you to really worry about Dominator points too much. So it's just not where I want to focus. Matt Crafton, he needs top 2 to pay off his salary. He just has not been running that way all year long, especially on the road courses. Zane Smith needs a top 4. He has never really been a good road course driver. I mean, he'll run around 10th place all day probably. So not going to be too interested there. Austin Hill starts on the pole. I don't want that. He's going to have to lead laps. Tyler Ankrum. I actually don't hate Tyler Ankrum. He only needs a top 6. They price him down. We've seen him run really well at the road courses. He almost won COTA. He usually just competes in the top 10, so top 6 definitely feels possible for him. So I don't mind Tyler Ankrum at all. I think he's a tournament play that's just not going to be too highly owned. He's always been he's not really that good in general, but he's a decent road course driver, so I don't mind that. So I don't mind going there. Stewart Friesen starting 17th. I think you got to consider him today. He needs a top 10. Stewart Friesen's in a position where he's the last. I think he's the last one in on points right now for the playoffs. This is also the last race before the playoffs, so he just needs a clean day. And so top 10 day, that's what I think he's going to go for, and I would not be shocked to see that happen. All right, Taylor Gray has been kind of controversial in the NASCAR world as of late. He dumped some guy in the ARCA race last weekend. There's just been other stuff that he's done. He didn't really. I don't even know if he ran the ARCA race. He did. I don't think he ran too well yesterday. He needs a top 18, $7,800. He's in a DGR truck, number 17 truck. I mean, it's definitely possible, but I don't know. I just don't feel too confident. I feel like he's gonna wreck. I really do. I never like to predict wrecks, but I just feel like Taylor Gray is going to wreck. So that's where we're at on him. Carson Hosevar starting 9th. He's going to need a top 7. He just hasn't been very good at road courses. 16.33 average finish, 18.66 average position. Just not where he's good, so probably not going to go there. Chandler Smith is going to need to lead laps. Oh, no, he actually can lose a spot. Top 4 for him. I don't mind that, but again, still has not been great on the road courses. This is just not where he is the best at. Christian Eckes and Josh Berry. I'm sorry, actually, I meant to compare Christian Eckes with Johnny Sauter. Josh Berry, I'm not interested in at all. That 25 truck just is not fast. He needs a top 13 to get it there. I don't want to get there. Christian Eckes needs a top 10. I think he's going to get some ownership because people just want to play guys in the 7K range. But in all honesty, I mean, he just has not. Even in the Kyle Busch Motorsports trucks last year, he was not that great on road courses. And now he's in Thor Sport equipment, so that's not going to be much better. So I'm just not going to be too interested there. Timmy Hill I really like though. I mean, we know Timmy Hill in the truck series, the trucks that he runs are definitely better than any other series. So a top 21 is what he needs to do, and I mean I don't see any reason why that can't happen. 16.5 average finish at road courses, 23 average running position. But I mean, these truck races are chaos anyway. So I definitely can see Timmy Hill going and paying off. I really like getting there today. I think he's a good cash play. I think he's a good tournament play. I'm going to have a lot of Timmy Hill. Johnny Sauter's interesting. I'm kind of interested in him, but I mean, he just is not good at road courses. I mean, Johnny Sauter has to win to get in today to the playoffs. He needs a top 11, 14.6 average finish, 13 average position. I don't know. I don't think he's going to have a good day. Johnny Sauter's flaming out. His career's flaming out, so I'm just not too interested there. Tanner Gray starts 22nd. He is going to need a top 15 to pay off the salary. I mean, you can go there if you want. I'm not too interested. 17.5 average finish at road course is 19th average position. I'd rather go to Deegan in all honesty. Needs a top 13. I know that's scary, and she just hasn't really shown it. But the Daytona road course this year, she was running in the top 10. She had a flat tire like 2 laps ago. So she can get it done around here. I mean, she's always risky. There's always potential for her to do absolutely nothing. But I like the upside. She doesn't need to do too much. And a top 13 is definitely doable. Like, you don't even need a top 10 from her, which if we were needing a top 10 to be different, but I don't mind that. Probably wouldn't play it in cash, but I do like this tournament play. I'm intrigued with Sauter. Yeah, I mean, I think Sauter's, he's just, I know he's gonna have to send it today. Like, that's gonna be the thing, man. There's gonna be so many guys. This is gonna be a disaster of a race. There's so many guys that are just gonna send it and try to win this race, and there's gonna be wrecks. I don't know. He's just never been good at road courses in general. Like, if this was like an oval, I would probably be more interested in Johnny Sauter. But for road courses, just not where I want to go. When you have to win, it means you've stunk all year. Not buying today is when it changes. Yeah, I kind of agree. Except for, I mean, there's a few, like Derek Kraus has ran well, just had some bad luck. But, I mean, yeah, for the most part, I do agree with that. He has experience at Watkins Glen, too. Yeah, he does. Johnny Sauter does have experience, that is for sure. Derek Kraus starts 7th. He just starts too high for me. He needs a top 9. We've never seen him do that at a road course, so I'm going to pass. Will Rogers is in a 41 car or truck that usually Dawson Cram drives, so I'm just not too excited for that. Top 19, I don't see it. Ryan Truex starts 12. He needs to hold on to that. I don't see it. He's been awful at road courses historically. Jack Wood's interesting. He didn't really run well at COTA, but he needs a top 20, and he's in a GMS truck, so I don't have a problem with that. So, I mean, if you want, I'm playing Jack Wood today. I don't think he's like an amazing player or anything. I'd probably just rather go pay a little bit less for Austin Wayne Self, but I don't have a problem with Jack Wood at all. GMS truck for $6,000. That's just not Chase Purdy is good, so I don't have a problem there. He's experienced Watkins Glen too. Not many drivers. Yeah, not many drivers in the field do have experience with Watkins Glen, but I mean they'll pick up on it. And a lot of them ran the ARCA race yesterday. Like yesterday, the ARCA race. I mean a lot of these guys ran it. Sam Mayer ran it. Who else? Corey Heim ran it. Austin Hill ran it. Tyler Ankrum ran it. I mean, obviously it's not a truck, but they've ran the track. Taylor Gray, Carson Hosevar was in that race yesterday. I don't think Chandler Smith was. So I mean, some of these guys have gotten experience yesterday, but last race before the playoffs. Yeah, for the Truck Series, this is the last race before the playoffs. I think Xfinity still is like 6 and Cup is 4. So just different schedules a little bit. So yeah, but this is the last race for trucks for playoffs. Lois Allen, I'm not interested in all. He needs a top 18. I don't see it in Ramey Brothers equipment. Austin Wayne Self, I like. He's just too cheap. He's actually been decent at road courses in his career. Top 17 is what he needs. He has an average finish of 14 at road courses and average position of 17. So not too bad for Austin Wayne Self. I don't really have a problem going there. And then you got the Roos guys. I'm assuming they're brothers. I really don't know. Roger Roos, they both need top 25s. If you want to go to one, I'd go to Bobby Roos. He's just in better equipment for Jordan Anderson, but Roger Roos and CMI equipment is just not where I want to go. I really don't want to go to Bobby either. I'm really not playing either of them, but I can see why. I can understand getting to him. The ARCA race was actually enjoyable. Beefy Fueled, I switched start to finish first time, or I watched start to finish first time all year. Yeah, I mean, I actually went out and got food halfway through, and I came back and Chase Briscoe was out of the race. I don't really know what happened. I watched like the very beginning of it, and then I watched the very end. But yeah, it looks like a good race. I didn't expect Corey Heim to win. I think that was pretty cool that he went out and beat all those truck guys. He wouldn't have beat Briscoe. Briscoe would have ran away with that race if he obviously didn't have issues. But I thought that was pretty cool that he did. Like, he was out there beating, Tyler Ankrum, Carson Hosevar. I think that's impressive. So, yeah. Spencer Boyd needs a top 24 to pay off the salary. I don't really see that. He's just not good, man. Josh Ramey, I still know how to say that guy's name. Top 24, no. Norm Penning starts 26 because he got a top 20 at Knoxville. He needs a top 21, no way. Chad Chastain, man. All right, so this is Ross Chastain's brother. This is his first ever truck race. But I did some research on him. Like, he's won races like in other racing series. It's just I don't feel confident in just Chad Chastain. But it's a niche truck for what, $4,900 starting 31st. Only needs a top 23. I'm playing it, man. That's just where I'm at. I mean, I need some value, and I just don't like any of these other guys. I definitely don't like Jennifer Jo Cobb. I don't really like Danny Bone needs a top 15, and I don't really like Fogelman needs a top 17. Although I can understand a Fogelman play. He actually hasn't been awful road courses, but still take Fogelman. I'd rather just play the niche truck. So yeah, that's really it for trucks. You guys go ahead and ask questions. I will get to Xfinity now. As Chris asked, Xfinity cash game. Ty Gibbs, AJ Allmendinger, Eric Jones, Jeremy Clements, Chris Wright, and either LeBay or Brandon Brown. I would go LeBay over Brown, and I would go Jones over Dillon. So yeah. Chastain needs equipment at that price, agreed, yeah. Just don't expect, it to be a Ross Chastain run. Like, he's not going to run up towards the front because it's Chad Chastain, not Ross Chastain. All right, let's move on to Xfinity Series, where we'll start out with Ty Gibbs. It's Ty Gibbs, right? He's just really, really good. Needs top 2 to pay off the salary. I don't mind it. I think he can win this race. Third best odds to win. Eric Jones, I really like here. Eric Jones, he's a good road course driver. Like, in the Cup Series, he always runs well. He's had a top 20 every single road course in the Richard Petty Motorsports equipment this year. And then he was always getting top 10s and top 5s in the Cup Series at the road courses. So I really like Eric Jones. I think he can win the race. Say the Jordan Anderson equipment, it's obviously not top tier, but it's pretty good. It's up there. That's a good team. They're getting a lot of their stuff from ECR. So I like that. He only needs top 13 to pay off a salary. I think he gets a top 5, honestly. So really like Eric Jones here. So I said it at the beginning of the video, and obviously not all you were here for that, but the first race I'm not really interested in anybody for lap sled, but for the Xfinity race, there's 2 guys I will play for dominator points. And those are AJ Allmendinger and Austin Cindric, starting 6th and 2nd. They both need to lead laps, but I can just really see these guys just actually dominating the whole race, like leading almost every lap. And at that point, you're probably going to need them. So I don't know which one it's going to be. I lean AJ Allmendinger. They seem to be a little bit faster to road courses this year than Cindric has, just a colleague team. So, but both of them are really good plays. I'm playing both of them. I like going to either of them. Austin Dillon needs a top 13. I'm actually fading Austin Dillon today. He's in the 23 car for Hour Motorsports. That's decent equipment. We've seen Ty Dillon get a top 10 snit. But, man, Austin Dillon is bad at road courses. He's really bad at road courses in the Cup Series. I just don't think it's going to... I think he could get a top 13. I just don't think he has the upside. I think some of these other guys around him have upside for, top 5s and stuff. I think Eric Jones has upside for a top 5. I think Sam Mayer does, too. Noah Gragson. I think they just have more upside than Dillon does. I just don't see it. I'm probably not going to go there. Would you play Cindric in cash? Probably not. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't play Cindric in cash. I want to go more place differential. Sam Mayer, he's top 9. Obviously, we talked about Sam Mayer for trucks. A little bit worried. I like him more for trucks than Xfinity race. We haven't seen him run well. The one road course he ran this year, he wrecked in, and then he wrecked yesterday in the ARCA race. So that was, interesting. But it's still Sam Mayer. I still believe in the talent. Hopefully that run yesterday. Hopefully he'll have ran 2 whole races on Watkins Glen. Obviously in different cars than before this Xfinity race. So hopefully he knows what he's doing by then. So I think he'll be okay. Top 9 for him is definitely possible. He could definitely do even better. So I really like him. Really like Noah Gragson here. Noah Gragson's had a lot of bad luck on the road course this year. He needs a top 3 to pay off his salary, but he's had an average finish of 5.22 on road courses and an average running position at 9.11. That's 2 of the best in the field. Now that's really not including anything from this year because he's had issues at all the road courses this year. If you remember at Daytona road course, his car didn't start and he started a race 3 laps down. Then at Coda he blew an engine, and then at Mid Ohio he wrecked on the first lap on the first turn. And obviously, and I don't think, that was just, anyway. And then I don't even remember what happened at Road America. He ran well at Road America, I think. So actually, that average finish includes that. So Noah Gragson's a good road course driver. It's just the luck. He's had some bad luck this year overall, but especially these road courses. I don't think he's gonna be too highly owned. I have a bet on him today to win. I really like playing Noah here. He's too cheap, so I'm gonna go there. Cash, Josh Williams, or Chris Wright's punt. I guess Chris Wright, a little bit more place differential, but I think both are fine. But I guess I'd go Wright. Brandon Jones, I'm not playing Brandon Jones. He's not good at road courses, man. He's a top 9, and in the 3 road course races this year, he got 4th at Daytona, but that race was just a crapshoot. A bunch of good guys wrecked out. So, other than that, he's ran, barely inside the top 20. He's not good at road courses at all. This is just, he ran the ARCA race yesterday, and he finished 8th. That's bad. So in a JGR car. So Brandon Jones, I'm just not, or maybe it was a Venturini car. I don't remember which one. It was a Toyota. It was good equipment. So I'm just not like there. I'm just not on Brandon Jones at all. I'm fading him. I don't. I mean, if he pays off and wins a tournament, fine. I'll take the L, but I just don't see it. Then we start getting into the guys. We're gonna have to like lead laps. Same thing as a truck race. Henrik needs to lead laps. I mean, it could happen. I'd probably pick him to lead him out of all these guys, but still don't really want to go for that. Justin Allgaier also needs to lead laps from the pole. I'm just not going to go there. Justin Haley, I don't think he needs to lead laps, right? He needs a top 2. I think that's definitely doable for Justin Haley, but still just not going to want to go there. Harrison Burton needs a top 2 as well. I just don't want to go there. Mike Snyder needs top 4. Don't want to go there. Jeb Burton needs top 5. Don't want to go there. And oh man, here comes Riley Herbst again. And I'm actually kind of interested in Herbst. It doesn't feel good. Needs a top 7, but like he's actually good at road courses. We've seen him have a lot of really good runs here, and I think he was in the top 5 at Mid Ohio on like the last lap, and Miguel Paludo wrecked him. So like, this is like the one time. These are the only tracks I go to where I'm like, okay, Riley Herbst is actually in play because he actually does run well at road courses. That's the one type of track he does run well at. So, I mean, I don't think he's going to win or anything, but a top 7, like, as long as he has a clean day, which I know is asking a lot from Riley Herbst, but as long as he has a clean day, I mean, I don't see why he doesn't work out. So, I really don't mind going there at all. Michael Annette, he starts 18th. I really like Annette here. He needs a top 11. I mean, that should be definitely doable for him. Don't do it, Nate. Yeah, I know. I'm doing it. I'm playing Herbst today, man. He's gonna win He's gonna win a tournament this year. I'm telling you. I'm gonna have the day. He's gonna win a race this year, and I'm gonna have it on the day. Watch, it's gonna be Daytona, and I'm gonna have it that day. So hell yeah. Josh Bilicki needs a top 17 to pay off the salary. I like that. He's in the 17 car for Rick Ware Racing. We've seen that car be decent this year, and Bilicki's a good road racer, so I like that. Rank these 4 in cash: LeBay, Clemens, Brandon Brown, Moffitt. Literally the order you typed them in. That would be the order I'd rank them. Preston Pardis starts 35th. He needs a top 20 to pay off his salary. Good road course driver, driving to 90 for DGR, or DGM, not DGR. DGR's trucks, DGM's Xfinity. I don't have a problem there. If you want to go there, works for me. I'm going to be playing him a lot. Like LeBay a little bit more, but not by that much. LeBay needs a top 16, same team, but I mean, I just have more confidence in him running well. He does do well in the Xfinity Series whenever he gets at these road courses, so I do like going to Alex LeBay. Kyle Tilley and Michael Munley I'm not going to be too interested in. There's just equipment just isn't that good for the salary they're at. Tilley they both need top 21s. Tilley's in the BG McLeod car, and Michael Munley's in a JD Motorsports car. I mean, it's definitely possible for those guys, but I just don't want to put my confidence in those cars running well. Brandon Brown, he needs a top 11, and honestly, Brandon Brown really hasn't been good at road courses. I mean, 16.75 average finish, 16.85 average position. I don't mind it, but I'm not going to go there personally. I don't hate the play, though, if you want to go to Brandon Brown at all. Landon Castle, he starts 20 if he's going to need a top 14. I just don't really see that in the JD Motorsports car or road course, so not going to go to Landon Castle. I do like Jeremy Clements, though. He doesn't need to do really anything. He needs a top 11. And I mean, Jeremy Clements runs well at road courses, 13.9 average finish, 15 average position. We've seen him win a road course in the past. Obviously, that was a while ago, but still. Yeah, I like Jeremy Clements here. I think he's a good play in tournaments. If you want to go to cash, I think it's fine, but I mean, in tournaments, I really like him. Ryan Sieg starts 39, or I'm sorry, in the 39 car, starts 13th. Needs a top 11. I mean, he's just bad at road courses. 19 average finish, 19 average position. Yeah, we're going to fade Ryan Sieg today. Brett Moffitt, I would like. He just starts a little bit too high, man. He needs a top 10. And, I mean, we've seen him run really well in the trucks at road courses. And then, what was it? Was it Mid-Ohio or Road America? I think it was Mid-Ohio, right? I don't remember. I think it was Mid-Ohio. It was one of the road courses this year. And he was, leading, or no, he was in the top 2 on the last restart. And I don't know if he had a penalty or if he ran out of gas or blew an engine. Something happened, on the pace laps, and it killed him, and it killed my lineup, so I was mad. So I know he can run well at here. It's just still just needing a top 10. It feels a little bit iffy, so I'm probably just not going to go there. Stephen Light, I'm kind of interested in Stephen Light, and it really scares me. This is the only time he comes out anymore is for the road courses. Car sponsored. He needs, I don't know, man. Actually, don't play Stephen Light, man. It's still an MBM car. He needs a top 25. I mean, we've seen him get that at road courses, but I'm going to go change my Stephen Light ownership. I'm just not playing him. it's just better. I honestly might just go play Brett Moffitt. I feel more confident in Brett Moffitt getting a top 10 and Stephen Light getting a top 25, honestly. So I'm just, never mind. We're not playing Stephen Light. Bailey Curry also needs top 25. He's not good at the road courses anyway, so I'm just not going to go there. Tommy Joe Martins starts 17th. He needs a top 14. I'm out on that as well. Colby Howard's going to need a top 21. I'm out on that. Dave Smith. I honestly don't even know who this guy is. I mean, it's the most generic name in the world. Sorry to any Dave Smiths that are watching, but I mean, literally the most generic name in the world. It's funny. He needs a top 25. He's not. He's in the Jimmy Means 52 car, so I'm out. Timmy Hill. I don't think they have sponsorship today. He needs top 22, so I'm out on that. I do like Jade Buford a lot. Needs a top 15. That's it. And I mean, this is where he came from. His road racing. Like, this is where he's good at road courses. He can compete for top 10s in road courses. 14.1 average finish, 18.5 average position. I really like Jade Buford today. I'm gonna have a lot of him. So yeah, I'm on the Jade Buford hype train. Kyle Weatherman needs a top 19. No way I'm playing that. Joe Graff needs a top 20. No way I'm playing that. Jeffrey Earnhardt needs a top 22. That's probably even worse than the other guys. Josh Williams is really cheap. He only needs a top 18. Now, it's not like he's been great on road courses, but he just shouldn't be this cheap, man. Like, he just should not be $4,900. It's just too cheap. I think I'd prefer going to Chris Wright, though, just a little bit, because at $4,500, he starts 24th and needs a top 21. And we've seen Chris Wright be like running really well at the end of these road course races, and then just something stupid happens and it costs him. So I would go to Chris Wright over Williams, but I mean, they're both good plays. And honestly, even Jesse Little's fine if you really want to get there and get different. I think he'll be the lowest owned out of those three. I'm not playing Matt Mills. But if you want to get Little, I don't mind that either. So that's really the rundown on both series. Yeah, ask me questions, man. We'll get into both slates. I don't care if trucks or Xfinity. Don't matter. I will answer anything. So yeah, let me know. Any questions? Any questions you guys got? Core plays for trucks. So, all right, here's how my core would work. I would go two of these five drivers. So two of Mayer, Menard, Kligerman, or I'm sorry, six. Two of Mayer, Menard, Kligerman, Allmendinger, Gralla, Creed. I don't care. Choose your two, right? And then I'm going straight down to Timmy Hill, and then I'm going straight down to Chad Chastain. That's how I'm playing my core. Favorite three cash plays for Xfinity race. Favorite three cash. Eric Jones. Eric Jones, Chris Wright, and I'd say Pardis. Oh, maybe Alex LeBay. I don't know. Either one of them. There you go. I give you four. High level thought. Does break help or hurt or indifferent to this weekend in all series? Wait, okay. Oh, does the break, okay, help or hurt, or is it indifferent to this weekend in all series? I think it's indifferent because because everyone got the break. It's not like just, some drivers had a break and some didn't. They all did. They all got a break. So I don't think it really matters that much. I mean, they're professionals. They'll figure it out. I mean, it's probably a nice, refresher, reset of the season, but, I mean, everyone's doing it, so it's not, I don't think it makes so much of a difference. I could be wrong. There's never been anything like this, so, I mean, obviously I don't really know what I'm talking about when I say that, but we'll see. Kaz Gralla lock, love it. I want Kaz to win today, man. I want that guy to win a race so bad. He is such a talented driver. He just cannot get sponsorship for whatever reason. Like, he deserves a full-time ride. I don't even care what series you put him in. Give him a full-time ride. He will win races and compete. Well, he won't win races in Cup. But in the Xfinity and Truck Series, he will win races and compete. I would like to see him, just develop and then eventually maybe move to Cup for like a colleague or maybe an RCR third car or something. That would be nice. So, yeah. Yeah, Chris, make sure to hit that like button, everybody. That really helps me out. Any other question you guys got? Is Kyle Pitts overrated? That's someone just posted on Twitter. No, bro. You're not allowed to say Kyle Pitts is overrated. Dude's the GOAT. Any other questions? I'll be back tomorrow at 12 for the Cup race. I'm sorry, I would have split this up and done a truck one and then an Xfinity one later on, like, you know, in between the races, but I have stuff I have to clean up a lot of stuff, so I don't have the time. I gotta do other stuff, so yeah. Sorry. Any other questions? Truck race does start 12:30, right? I have some things I would like to do before that, so that would be nice. Let me just make sure that race starts 12:30. $12:42. Great. I have some time to do stuff. Oh, he picked Allmendinger to win. Shocker. Allmendinger and Cindric today are his winners. Nice. Alright, guys. I think that's all I'm going to do. So, thanks for joining, as always. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. And I'll see you tomorrow.